Everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Here we go. We got a double live stream for you this evening in the Scottish Premiership. It's of course Motherwell versus Celtic and Rangers versus Hearts. So two big interesting games coming up over the next couple of hours. Just gonna set that little thing up there for a second. In fact, I'll just keep that one game up there for now because it doesn't make any sense. But as I say, guys, two games for you this evening. For those of you that have never really tuned in for a dual watch along, I do it every now and then when both the old firm are playing. It's a good way to keep up to date with both teams when they're playing together, and I don't know, it's just interesting to see. It's interesting to see who to keep up to date with both of them. So I'm gonna watch both matches, guys. It's gonna be a bit more of a chilled one. So those of you that like the commentary, it won't be as much commentary, it'll more just be chilled out vibes and kind of just talking football, but at the same time also of course keeping you up to date with all of the games. But Rangers display I can see getting unveiled at Ibrox, of course, for the November the 11th, or the Remembrance Day. Always a great effort when Rangers do it, or the Rangers supporters do it. And then, of course, Celtic playing Motherwell. Let me go through the team lineups for both of these teams here this evening. Let's go through Celtic versus Motherwell first, and then we'll go, of course, through to Rangers and Hearts. It's a big game. There's lots of talking points to talk about. I'm actually quite late, guys. I'm actually quite late. I've started the stream late, of course. Kind of had to wake up. It's about 3:45 in the morning here in Bali, so that's the reason why I'm slightly late. But basically, the team lineups for Motherwell and Celtic is Kelly and Go, O'Donnell, Lammy, Mugabe, and Penny at the back. In the midfield is Slatery, Goss, and up top is McKinstry, Spittle, Cornelius, and Van Veen. As for the Celtic lineup, it's Hart in goal, Taylor, Starfelt, Carter, Vickers, and Jananovic. And up top is Hatate, O'Reilly, Moy, and up top is Jota, Kyogo Furuhashi, and Leila Bada. As for the Rangers side, again, a side that are under a lot of pressure at the moment. One win in their last 5 games. That is not good enough for Glasgow Rangers. But they start with McGregor in goal, Tavernier, King, Davies, and Barisic. In the midfield is Lundstrom, Sands, and up top is Matondu, Tillman, Kent, and Antonio Kolak. As for the Heart side, it's Gordon in goal, Halliday on the left, Cochrane, Stibic, and Smith. In the midfield is Devlin, Atkinson, Snodgrass, Rouse, Ginelli, and then obviously Lawrence Shanklin. But Rangers with their Remembrance Day parade, always a great effort by Rangers. And then we are going to have a couple of minutes silence here on the channel ourselves. Guys, as always, please do get your score predictions down there in the live chat. And let me know how much you think is going to be happening in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know down there in the live chat. What do you think the score is going to be in both of these games? We're having a little bit of a friendly competition between the Motherwell and Celtic stream and the Rangers and Hearts stream, guys. And we're just basically competing to see who gets the most likes. As things stand, Rangers versus Hearts has the most likes, guys. So if you haven't already, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as we're closing in on 21,000 subscribers. Let's say a minute silence now for the Poppy Appeal. So we're just going to join in with that one. Just give us 1 minute. Wait, I'm fucking live here? Yeah, but don't blast it like that. It's a way to come in. There we go, guys. The minute silence is done, and we're finally underway at Ibrox, guys. Rangers going from left to right. And Hearts, of course. Sorry, Hearts going from left to right. Rangers going from right to left in this must-win game at Ibrox. Guys, I've got the Celtic one up now as well. And as I say, Celtic and Motherwell just about to get underway also, as both of them playing simultaneously. We'll be keeping you up to date with both games this evening. And as I say, Motherwell and Celtic also just about to get underway here in the 7:45 kickoffs. Well, there, Rangers starting intensely. Celtic, we're still waiting for that one just to kick off. But Ibrox has got us underway here. Tillman going down the left-hand side. Rangers looking for a fast start this evening. Here's Ryan Kent already, by the way. Kent now with an opportunity. Is Tillman again. And again, just loses the ball there to Hearts in the middle of the park. And just as Rangers and Hearts have got underway, we are about to get underway for Motherwell versus Celtic as well. As I say, slightly delayed, if you like. But that game is just about to kick off also. Good to see McDade. Guys, come on, let's get some comments in the live chat, guys. What does everyone think ahead of these games? What do you think the score is going to be? Oh, and what's your thoughts on Rangers at the moment? Here's Ryan Kent down the left-hand side. Ball forward there again by the Jazz. Just cleared away there by Nathan Atkinson. Oh my God, Celtic having a fast start as well as they come down that right-hand side. Literally been in play for seconds and already get that first shot and that goes over the bar. That was another good opportunity there for Celtic. Obviously, as it always has been, covering Scottish football here on this channel over the last couple of years. There's only space for one good guy in Glasgow. And in fact, last year was a weird time to be alive in Glasgow, actually. There was a time where there was two managers that were sort of able to be the good guy. Of course, that Celtic won the league, and Rangers were kind of forgiven for it because they got to the Europa League final, one kick away from winning Europa League trophy. And that was a weird time, as I said, in Scottish football. As I say, you don't really see there being two good cops in Glasgow. And it's already shown so far at the start of the season. You know, Ange is the best thing ever. And then, of course, Gio is the worst thing ever. And that's just down to the nature of how they're both doing the job. Celtic only 7 points clear. And yeah, as I say, that's just how it is in Scottish football, unfortunately. A lot of cries for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst this week to be sacked. However, it does look like the Rangers board will be sticking for him for some time. As for Celtic, they're just looking to carry on and go even further in front domestically in the league. And now here come Motherwell again. Motherwell pushing forward now for an opportunity. That's cleared away. So both of these games not even on a live broadcast, not on Sky. I think Motherwell charging £14.99 to watch the game actually on their website. Obviously, if you're outside Glasgow or you're outside Scotland, you can, or outside the UK, I think you can watch it on Celtic TV. And the same with Rangers TV. If you're outside the UK, you can watch it on their channels. But yeah, it's madness that you can't watch games these days, even the team you support, if you live in the same country. Absolute mental. I can never get my head around that. Ball forward now here for Antonio Kolak for Rangers. And again, Rangers win themselves a corner. And the crowd are up for this one. One thing I would give, one credit, in fact, I would give to Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. He's got a very, very good record against Heart of Midlothian. Whether that be away from home or at home. Always is manages to get the job done against the Hearts. And always wins heavily as well, to be fair. See, Scottish Cup beat them 4-0 away from home at Tynecastle. Here's Leon King again. Ball out to that right-hand side. Now here comes Rabbi Matondu. Rabbi Matondu now with an opportunity now here for Rangers. Ball goes into the areas. Kent. Let's say Rangers started very fast as they look to try and find a response and close that gap. As I say, speaking of said gap, Celtic also on the insurgents. They look to try and find an early goal as well. Ball down the left-hand side that just couldn't quite find a way through as that was cleared away there by Motherwell. Again, Motherwell back in possession. And again, Celtic regain it again down that right-hand side. And again, looking to push forward here as they look to try and find another way through. Is Celtic coming forward yet again? Is Kyogo. Celtic, nice little pass out, but overhit there that time, and that just goes out of play and out for another throw-in. Hearts win themselves a corner kick. McGregor just coming out there, almost costing Rangers a little bit. But as I say, the away team Hearts do get themselves a corner kick here. And this is where Rangers have struggled so far this season. Hearts now with the header. McGregor punching it away. Oh, ball's pinging, ponging everywhere inside the box there. And again, McGregor just doesn't look good, does he? He's an old boy now, and he just didn't look confident there and grabbing and asserting his box. And yeah, the ball just pinging and everywhere inside the 6-yard box there for Rangers. And to be fair, there was a bit of a foul, I think. It was Andy Halliday, Nathan Atkinson, should I say, pinged into Alan McGregor. So Sir Fir Park, Celtic coming forward here with them again. Van Veen there just winning his side a free kick. Now a chance for Motherwell to put something into the danger area here against Celtic. Motherwell send the ball into the right-hand side. Ball goes into the box, and that's headed away by Celtic again. So Ibrox, a team on low confidence. Both Hearts, in fact, Hearts had a very good European campaign. Well, I say very good. They had a good European campaign. First time in a long time back in group stage football. Managed to finish third. Got 2 wins on the board. The only Scottish side to register a win. Obviously out of Rangers and Celtic. Here's Barisic. But the aim for Hearts now, of course, is just to try and get there again next season. Finish third. And just try and become that third big side in Scotland, or the third team in Scotland that they're trying to portray themselves. Here's Ryan Kent. Kent down that left-hand side. Here's an opportunity now here for Rangers. He tries to pick him out, but again, Sibic reads the line and manages to clear that one away. Blackburn supposedly 1-0 up against West Ham. Of course, all the Carabao Cup games are being played. For those of you that follow English football, we'll try and keep you up to date with some of the big games. Here come Hearts again. Hearts now looking to try and get forward themselves. McGregor back in possession. And that's for Fir Park. Celtic, as you can probably imagine, in complete control of possession and proceedings, just looking to try and find that opening goal early on. Unimedia Group says Gio out. Kolak is the man, RFC. Speaking of Kolak, I mean, considering his record so far this season, or the start he's had, I think 11 Scottish Premiership goals, and this is his 12th Scottish Premiership game. He's really been prolific in front of goal. However, hasn't been called up to the World Cup squad. However, Celtic left back Jananovic and Celtic and Rangers left back Borna Barisic were both called up to the squad, though. Kolak there looking to make something happen, but Atkinson clears it away. Gordon back in possession. That looked like a decent opportunity there for the Jazz to take the lead, but Hearts regain possession again. Celtic just giving away another free kick there. This time Motherwell will now have an opportunity. Motherwell now with another free kick. Celtic clearing that one away. Back over the other side. Again, deals with the ball nicely. Well, yet with another ball, though. Putting it back into the area. And again, Joe Hart having to clear that one away there by Celtic. Comes back out for another Motherwell throw-in. Motherwell take it quickly. Plays it down that left-hand side. Is another opportunity here for Motherwell. And again, that's cleared away there by Celtic. Now, Celtic looking to maybe conjure up a counter-attack for themselves. Again, just couldn't quite get it to a green and white jersey. And again, comes back to Mugabe. However, Hatate manages to dispossess him once more. And Celtic are going to come forward here. But both games, to over 10 minutes played, still 0-0 here in both of the matches. Sure. Sorry, I just reset that tick. I didn't realise it said full time. And I'll check it all out there for a second. There we go. There we go. Happy days. John Mitchell says Dundee United 1, Killy 0. I'd be happy with a scrappy 1-0 win. Just please, Rangers. Now here come Rangers again now. Rangers going down that left-hand side. Yeah, for those of you that are just tuning in, guys, asking why is there coverage of two games, just what we do on the dual watch-alongs. As I say, it's more of a chilled-out approach. It's not so much commentary for the game. As I say, it's literally just following both matches, just keeping you up to date with the games, just for, I don't know, for the regular viewers that can't watch the game. As I said, we have got a large amount of Rangers fans, and we've got quite a few Celtic fans that tune into the streams as well. So as I said, I decided to keep everybody happy, the regular viewers happy, and as I say, we'll just cover both games in this one. But as we approach the quarter of an hour mark, they are both still 0-0 in these games. Rangers now back in possession again, just playing out from the back. Davies out to that right-hand side. Is a chance now for Matondu. And again, that's cleared away there by Hearts. Ball down that right-hand side. Here comes Matondu again. Matondu now with another opportunity now here for Rangers. As I said, been a bit hot and cold so far during his time in Govan. People were really excited about him when he first signed. However, he just hasn't really lived up to the billing, has he? Here's Ryan Kent now with an opportunity. Kent takes a shot on, but blocked there by Hearts. And that gets cleared, and that's going to be a free kick there for Heart of Midlothian. As for Fir Park, Carter Vickers driving forward for Celtic. Celtic close to making something happen. Now Hearts back in possession. Now here again is Craig Gordon over this one. Ball forward there again. Tillman is being played out of positions as Belinda Childs. PN plus. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something out for thing. Hearts now moving forward again. Now looking to try and get themselves at the park. Well, also here comes Celtic. Oh, Celtic win the ball back in a really good position. Oh, and Celtic are taking the lead already. It's Kyogo Furuhashi who scores the opening goal. And Kyogo Furuhashi is there. And Celtic, 1-0 up. And it hasn't taken them long. 15 minutes on the clock. And as I say, Celtic, as things stand, go 9 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership. There you go. Celtic 1-0 up already at Fir Park. Hasn't taken them long at all. Here come Hearts now forward. So there you go. Celtic have already taken the lead at Fir Park. Rangers and Hearts still goalless as things stand. Celtic with another corner kick. Nothing really happening in the Rangers and Hearts games in terms of clear-cut chances. Nothing's really came of Rangers' way, nor Hearts' way, really. Kolak trying to latch on to the end of that one, but again, that's just cleared away there by Hearts again. It's Tavernier, Sands again. And again, dealt with there again nicely. Celtic also still looking to try and bolster their lead now. Here comes Atate again. Helene says, have you got your signal sorted to get your picture? No, not really. Not really. I haven't got good signal. Sorry guys, my mic keeps cutting out for some stupid reason. I was rambling on for absolutely ages. And yeah, literally just, cut out. Sorry about that again. But yeah, I'm just having so much technical difficulties with streaming at the moment whilst I've been out here. Hence why it's just not been as smooth and stuff like that. So as soon as I'm back to normal, Sands has gone down here, by the way. So yeah, Rangers struggling with so many injuries. And now Sands is the latest person to hit the deck there for Rangers. And the treatment team is on the park to go check him out. Here come Motherwell now forward. And again, Rangers game finally back underway. To seeing Jermaine, if James Sands does carry on, but that's the last thing that Rangers want is another injury. Just coming forward now again. Here's Tavernier. Tavernier back over to Davies. Motherwell also with a corner kick here as they look to try and find a response after going 1-0 down from Kyogo Furuhashi. Nearly 25 minutes played in Ibrox, still 0-0 in that game. All forward there again, cleared away by Hearts. Guys, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button. As I say, we're having a competition between the two streams, the Rangers versus Hearts stream and the Motherwell versus Celtic stream. As things stand, Rangers stream is winning by some distance. So guys, if you haven't already, please do smash the old like button. That's cleared away there once more by Halliday. John Mitchell says Dundee United 2-0 up. That's good. Hearts now with another throw-in. 25 minutes played here at Ibrox. Still 0-0 between those two. Motherwell now with a throw-in as well as they look to try and find a response. They're going forward. Dealt with there again by the Celtic defence, and now Moy going the other way. Celtic clear it away. And can manage to get it back to Joe Hart, back to the goalkeeper. And go forwards themselves there, Celtic. Passing the ball there nicely. And again, pushing themselves up the park. Looking to try and find goal number 2. Here comes Kyogo again. And again, that's cleared away. Ibrox, though, still 0-0 between these two. No sign of a goal yet. No one's really had a chance out of the two teams. Been very, very quiet first half in terms of chances created. Rangers found a response, as I say. The Rangers board are certainly backing Giovanni van Bronckhorst. No crisis meetings just yet. However, you feel if Rangers don't to get 3 points tonight, I mean, I think the league's already done and dusted anyway. But if you think Rangers don't get 3 points tonight and Celtic do, then as a list, seriously, that's the final nail in the coffin for the season. Do you stick with somebody like that, or do you go and rebuild with a new manager? I don't know. It's always an interesting proposition, isn't it? Always an interesting proposition. Here comes Davies again. Davies down that left-hand side is king. King pushing forward here again for Rangers. Into the middle of the park. Cleared away again there by Hearts. At Fir Park, Celtic also still coming forward. Just heading it away there by Motherwell. Carter Vickers now all the way back over to Joe Hart. Celtic just, as I say, just passing the way around, keeping the ball nicely in their own half as they look to come forward once more. Merchant says, Gio has my backing, Dan. 1888 says, I predict a riot in Govan tonight. Joe better be ready to pack his bags as Uni Media Group. Ball forward there again from Rangers. And again, nothing created there for the Jazz. And I just want to know what the Rangers fans think in the live chat. What do you guys think so far of this performance? For those of you that are watching it, 28 minutes in, 0-0. And, yeah, what do you think of Giovanni Van Bronckhorst? If it's a no-win tonight, what's going to happen? JHH. Have the Mob not scored yet? Yeah, Celtic have scored yet. It's 1-0 in that game. Ball forward here again for Rangers. Cleared away again there by Hearts. Now this time goes out for a Hearts throw-in, actually, as it comes off one of the Rangers players. Now a chance for Hearts to get themselves forward. Celtic at Fir Park here with Kyogo is Moy. Moy down that left-hand side. Another opportunity here again from Celtic is Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers now hits it over the top. Plays it out to that right-hand side. Lovely little pass into the right. And Celtic putting another ball back into the area. And again, Labarda just couldn't quite get onto it. And that's cleared away. And that goes out, in fact, for a goal kick there to Motherwell. Malik Tillman now with a chance for Rangers. Playing a little flick. Here's Ryan Kent again. Kent into Tillman. Tillman just can't get the ball out of his feet again. And that's cleared away by Hearts. And again, it's going to go out for a goal kick here for Heart of Midlothian. Not troubled by Rangers whatsoever. Same old there from the Jazz. No creativity thus far. Guys, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button on your stream that you're watching. I'm trying to close in on to 100 likes on the Rangers one and 50 likes on the Celtic one. It'd be amazing if you guys can help us out. Jim says 3-0 to Dundee United. Wow. Pull forward again down here to Rangers again. Jazz back in possession. Losing it though into the middle of the park here to Hearts again. Here come Hearts down that right hand side. Hearts into Smith. Smith pushing it forward here again now for Heart Midlothian. Civic. Down that right-hand side. Another opportunity now here again for Hearts. Civic. Hearts playing themselves down the left. As for Fir Park, Moy on the insurgents here for Celtic. And Abada taking a run down that right-hand side. Another opportunity there for the Hoops. And again, that's cleared away by the Motherwell defence. It goes out for another throw in here for Celtic as they look to try and find goal number 2 in this game. Merchant says, I don't get the hype with this Tillman fella. I mean, he's fairly raw. He's definitely got a bit of talent about him. But yeah, definitely raw at the moment, as things stand, right? Here's Starfelt. The Tate again. Tate going forward, but brings down one of the Motherwell players. And Motherwell win themselves a free kick in the process. Speaking of free kicks, Rangers have got one also. They send it into the danger area, but nobody there. in a blue jersey, and just same old stuff from Rangers. Boring football to watch, and no creativity, or no one being creative, no one creating anything. Connor Walter says Hearts will win. I mean, if Hearts win, then wow, I would be mesmerised. Because that's Giovanni Van Bronckhorst no-brainer. You know, the banker, the one match that he doesn't lose in, he always does a good performance against Hearts. And if he ends up losing to Hearts, then wow, he's got nothing left, has he? Tavernier now with another corner kick here for Rangers. Tavernier's delivery. Oh, there's a chance there for Rangers there with a shot with Kolak. Goes straight then to Craig Gordon and straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Now here comes Celtic at Fir Park. Starfelt. Vickers down that right-hand side. Another chance now here for Abada. Abada plays his way through. Obviously just passing along the back is Moy. Moy there with another delivery here for Celtic with Kyogo. And again, that's cleared away by O'Donnell. And that goes out for another corner kick here for Celtic as we go into the final 10 minutes of the second half. 10 minutes of the first half. Wow, I can't believe Rangers spent 2.5 million quid on Rabbi Matondo, man. Absolutely mental. I think that's the difference between Rangers and Celtic as well. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of different bits and pieces, but certainly the both clubs' recruitment, Celtic have got it really, really right over all the last windows. I can't really think of a player, maybe one or two that haven't really stuck under Ange Postecoglou. Probably Yosuke Udeguchi, you know, who's had injuries since signing, and then of course McCarthy, I'd probably say. But apart from that, I'm struggling to think of a player. That hasn't, you know, hit the ground running at Celtic, hasn't been a part of an integral part of the team. But then I look at Rangers, and I just can't see anyone that over the last few years that they've signed that's a big part to the team. Obviously, look, yeah, Kolak this year, yeah, great one. But Rangers brought in about 11 players in the summer. Thinking about it, Rabbi Matondo, he's dreadful. Davies is okay. But you're just trying to think over the last few transfer windows, which players are actually there that Rangers are spending. I was watching the overlap before we did this. And I was listening to Gary Neville talk about Manchester United and about Chelsea and about, you know, they've all spent sort of 200, 300 million pounds. And you're looking at the pitch and going, oh, where is the talent? But that's how I feel at Rangers when people were saying, oh, Rangers have spent X amount over the last couple of seasons. I'm like looking at it going, with who? There's nobody there on the pitch. You just seem to forget that they've spent money, they have got injuries, but a lot of the players they do sign are duds. Let's not put it rudely. Oh, it's now going the other way. And again, it just shows Rangers just not creating anything in this game so far. Ball forward now here for Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent down the left-hand side. Another opportunity now here for the Jazz into the area. And again, just a poor touch and just goes straight back out of play. And Hearts won't allow this. You know, Hearts have probably ripped up their own manual on how they were going to approach the game and go, you know what, actually, let's play like David Martindale. Let's go play like how Callum Davidson did with St. Johnston. You know, sit back and just allow Rangers just to play themselves out of the game because they themselves are their own worst enemy. Here's Tillman, ball into the area. Here's Kolak. And again, that's cleared away there by Gordon. Goes back out for another corner kick. That's for Fir Park. Ball comes forward again there for Celtic. Hart. He does well with the ball as well. Celtic now coming forward themselves. Rangers corner kick. Doesn't really go anywhere. In fact, actually, nothing prevails from that one. Just come back to Kolak ever so slightly, but cleared away by Hearts again, and that's again gone back out to the left-hand side. Is Ryan Kent now pushing forward? Jota also taking a shot there for Celtic, but headed away and cleared away by Motherwell. Rangers putting on a bit of pressure. Here's Barisic. And he goes out for another corner kick here for the Jazz. Really want Lawrence back from injury, so at least we stop trying to walk the ball into the net 100% of the time, so it's correct by default. Gavin O'Connor says Gio must stay. Gordon doesn't worry when Kent's on the ball. He knows it's going to go where a £7 million dump. It's hard to disagree with that. Ryan Kent hasn't really got an end product, has he? He hasn't really got an end product. There is just no creativity in that Rangers team, but that's correct by default said. There's probably one player, Tom Lawrence, and he's not playing any games at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. I know that the Rangers have a lot of injuries, but am I thinking that Rangers have done enough in the transfer windows? I don't think so. And then you've got to be worried if you're a Rangers fan and super optimistic if you're a Celtic fan, because I think Ange Postecoglou's came out and said he's pretty much done with the January business. He's done. He's identified the players that he wants, kind of getting the deals done behind the scenes. We'll have them probably in by January, and then said in December he's going to be focusing on the summer of 2023. Rangers are still recovering on the summer of 2021 of that poor transfer window. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's all there. Is El Buffalo playing? No, he's not. No, El Buffalo ain't playing. If Gio stays, Rangers will be in a relegation battle. I mean, it won't go that far, mate. Scottish football, lad, they'll never be in a relegation battle. That's the thing in Scotland. Celtic had their worst season back in, 2021? And still finished second. It just goes to show how poor the league actually is. I mean, obviously, there's entertaining Rangers, Celtic, etc., but the league is actually quite poor. That you can have one of your worst seasons and still finish second. That's the problem with the Scottish football, really. Although, just because I said that doesn't mean I don't love the game. But yeah, it is. I'm just telling the truth. It is pretty poor. The Ange way, like last winter, triple signing on January 1st. Jim says the Scottish League will be won by Christmas. It's hard to disagree with that one, mate, unfortunately. It's hard to disagree with that one. Obviously, what you want to see is a nice title race right the way till the end of May. Be right into it. But yeah, it's going to be over by Christmas, I think. And Civic, he looks like he's going down now there, full Hearts. Yeah, and then Hart, as I say, players stopped at Ibrox due to Civic going down. He's receiving treatment. Jota coming forward here for Celtic is Moy. Oh, ball into the area here for Celtic again. Celtic hungry for that second goal. Played out to that left-hand side. Another opportunity now here for Celtic again. Cleared by Motherwell, though. It's Matondo, not Matondo. Right, Jimmy. Matondo, whatever. He's not a mainstay in the team anyway. He's not going to be around much longer, I don't think. I wish folk would stop talking about injuries. Only 2 to 3 would be playing. So the team at the moment should be doing the business, as Gio says. Money means you can't compete. Well, yeah. There's a lot of talk about the injuries, but yeah, my problem isn't actually defensively for Rangers in terms of the way they're playing. If you think about it, the back line, look, it probably would be that same back line that is there, back four, but Golden there in the middle. So there's one player that would return. However, it's not been the defence. I know, look, they conceded 2 goals the other weekend there, but if Golden was in the team, would that really changed? I don't know. But it's been the point of not being able to take their chances, turn the domination in games into clear-cut chances. They're struggling. They're just not finding an output. So you're trying to think of the players that aren't able to. Look, Ryan Kent is supposed to be one of the most creative players. Kolak's one of the most prolific players so far in Scotland. But they're not putting the ball into the back of the net, and that's the problem. And that's the problem that's there. So as I said, when people were saying about injuries, I do agree. Actually, who is missing? Who would be going into the team? There's 10 players out, but who would actually be going into the team? Yes, Goldson would be going in, but that back four would still be the same as normal. Davies, Barisic, Tavernier. That'd be a normal back four. McGregor in goal. In the midfield, Lundstrom would still be in there still. You know, Steve Davis would probably still be in there. You know, then Ryan Kent, Malik Tillman. You know, all these players would be starting regardless. So I don't get that argument about injuries either, to be honest with you, because that is the team. Hearts now coming forward for a chance for themselves. Ryan Kent having to do a bit of defending. Celtic also coming down that left-hand side. Celtic also is creating something there with Hatate. And Donald, by the looks of things, just dispossesses Hatate and manages to clear it away. Some fans maybe think they'll be a little bit more into that one. So that's cleared away there by the Stillman. Are they checking on this one? Could Celtic have a potential penalty here? I think they could be, actually. I think VAR might be having a little look. And I think the check has already been done and dusted. And we're going to carry on and go the other way. No penalty there that time for Celtic. Dude, you sound depressed. Yeah, I'm slightly depressed, man. No, I'm joking. I'm not really. I've just got a really bad cough, so I'm just trying to keep my voice down. Otherwise, yeah, my cough will come. It was just the last 2 days have been a really bad cough, and it is also half past 4 in the morning where I am right now, so I'm trying to keep the voice down a tiny bit for my neighbours. But here comes Tillman again now here for Rangers. Down that right-hand side is another opportunity as we approach the 45 mark. And again, that's cleared by Hearts. Still, nothing been created there for Rangers thus far. As I say, half-time is approaching. Celtic win themselves a corner in that game at Fir Park. Here's Matondu now. He goes down outside the box. John Beaton. They're going to be warning Andy Halliday for that one. Rangers just don't inspire confidence, and unfortunately where they are now as a team, says William. What English team do you support? Man U, probably. Andy Halliday goes into the book. And Rangers have a free kick in a very, very good place. Now an opportunity now here for the Jazz with this corner kick, with this free kick. Can they get something here just before the break? Tavernier's delivery. Tavernier sends it in. And that's headed and cleared away there by Hearts again. And the answer to that question is no. Celtic also coming forward here of Hart. Celtic also looking for another goal, looking to try and bolster their lead here at Fir Park. Ball down the left-hand side here for Jota. Jota back on the ball again there nicely as Starfelt. Celtic already 1-0 up, of course, with Kyogo Furuhashi. 2-minute stoppage time added on at Ibrox. And I think the same, or maybe just a minute, is going to be added on at Fir Park. Guys, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Plenty of Scottish football content coming up. The 2 final streams until we break for the World Cup. We are going to be doing live streams throughout the World Cup, a bit of fun. So yeah, do join us for that. It's half-time at Fir Park. Celtic 1-0 up through Kyogo Furuhashi. And we're still playing at Ibrox. It's still 0-0 in that game between Rangers and Hearts. Here's Davies. Is there going to be one last chance before the half-time break? Ball goes forward. Cleared away there by Hearts again. Ball over the top. And that goes straight out of play. And just sums up Rangers over the last couple of weeks. Just struggling to make anything happen. Struggling to create anything. And that's been the situation for much of this game. Much of this last couple of weeks. And as I say, could be in trouble here, Rangers, if they don't find themselves a win. Place is likely to turn very, very toxic very, very quickly. And there we go, guys. It's half-time at Ibrox as well. 0-0 in that game. Not good enough from Rangers. Still much of the same. Still much of the same. And, you know, I've already voiced my opinion on Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. I do think it's the end of the line for him. But we'll certainly see if it's going to be like this by the end of the game. It might have been a game too late. Guys, please do smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, let the light shine through. into the night.
And back again, ladies and gentlemen, ready to go for the both second halves here. Celtic currently 1-0 up against Motherwell. And then, of course, Rangers currently drawing 0-0 with Heart of Midlothian. The Rangers fans getting very disgruntled. It's not been a response that they've wanted. And you just feel Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, if he doesn't get a result over the next 45 minutes, it's going to be a very, very toxic place at Ibrox for Rangers fans, or for Rangers in general. Celtic are the side getting us back underway here quickly. Celtic going from left to right, Motherwell going from right to left, still waiting kickoff at Ibrox. Of course, there was a bit more stoppage time added on. Here's Hart. Let's have a little look in the live chat what everyone's thinking. I want to take a bit from Rangers fans so far. As I say, it's working, going well at Celtic at the moment. I say in winning their game. Rangers fans not happy. I want to see what's everyone saying. Hoping we don't get a result, so Jew gets the boot. Clown, says Devil Wears Prada. For all the audience who have hearing issues or are deaf, are you listening to... Robert says, I agree, Mondo Jambos, please win so he can sack Gio. Some Rangers fans want to lose, so they sack Gio. That's mental. It's pathetic that a guy who played in a World Cup final doesn't know how to switch a two-footed player Kent over to the right on an occasion. I mean, that's the point in being two-footed, not to take advantage in it. His heart's playing crap, says David King. I think Rangers are playing crap, but Arfield's going to be coming on for Sands, though, nonetheless. And, yes, another big 45 minutes. If Gio doesn't get a win here, I can't see it anymore for him. I can't see it anymore. I wouldn't be able to see how he can stay in a job. I just wouldn't be able to see it. Really couldn't see it. Yeah, someone made a really interesting point earlier. Everyone's talking about these Rangers injuries, but if you look at the actual team, who's coming in? There's about 2 or 3 players that are injured that would be coming into that team, right? Look at the back 4. That's the back 4 Rangers would play with Goldson in there instead of King. That would be the back 4, and along with the goalkeeper. In the midfield, the Rangers would have started Lundstrom. Arfield would have likely started. Stephen Davis would have likely started. Glenn Kamara's fit and available again. He could have started. But that front 3, exactly the same. Kolak would have started. Tillman would have started. Kent would have started. And yeah, maybe out on the right, somebody's missing there. But majority of the team are there. There is no excuse. I don't know where we keep looking at these injuries. We were talking about injuries. Yeah, I know there has been injuries in places, but if you're looking at it from the creative standpoint, where Rangers are struggling is to break teams down and score goals. Actually, Rangers haven't really got a problem in terms of this would be actually been the starting 11 anyway, regardless. So it's just not working for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. And as I say, if you don't get a win over the next 45 minutes, you better believe that our Ibrox crowd would have made the decision for the board for them. I'm telling you. Here come Rangers again now. Is Tillman. Back over to Arfield again. Tavernier. And now here comes Rabbi Matondo. Horrible poor pass in that. Ball goes in. And there's Tillman. Oh, maybe with a chance. And that just goes saved by Craig Gordon. And there was an opportunity there for the Jazz to find the opening goal. As for Fir Park, Celtic on the insurgents as well as Kyogo Furuhashi plays it out to Jota. Jota looking for goal number 2 for Celtic, but that ball goes straight over the bar and out of play. But Celtic do win themselves a corner in the meantime. Yeah, let's have a little look at that lineup that I can see on the screen. Let's have a little look here. Yeah. I didn't even notice that today. I've been buying into all that Rangers injury stuff, but I'm looking at the team there. Right, there's 3 positions. So where King is, well, that's where Goldson would have went. Where Sands is, that's where another midfielder would have went. And where Matondo is, that's where another right winger would have went. There's only 3 players missing from this being a strong Rangers starting 11. This being Rangers' normal starting 11. There's only 3 players missing. So don't be blinded by it. Yes, Rangers have got injuries. Yes, they've got the stuff, bits and pieces. But only 3 players, really. As I said, King, Sands, and Matondo, whatever his name is, would have been not starting this game. So it just goes to show. Hearts making a run forward themselves now. Don't worry, they still got the ref to play. Last minute penalty for Rangers to win. Here comes Celtic with Lila Barda. Barda plays it down that right-hand side. Again, another opportunity now here for Celtic. As the ball comes back into the box. Cleared away again there by Motherwell, though. Dealt with well. Comes back out to the other side. Now here comes Aaron Moy. Thanks for the streaming this in Italy, and due to the rights reason I can't stream the Hearts game. I tried to go on He's Gone. Police message came up. No worries, Diamonds. Let's have a little look. People was... we still don't have any good right wing though anyways, so we're already missing Lawrence and Galton. Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, there is a couple of players missing, but it's not that. Everyone's making out it's 11 players or 10 players or 9 players that would be warranted started in the starting 11 that are out injured. And yes, Rangers do have a lot of injuries, but this is the starting 11. This is what the starting 11 would be, minus Goldson, minus a midfielder, maybe Tom Lawrence, and then, as I said, Rabbi Matondo. So, as I said, yeah, I mean, it's one of them situations. Rangers fans have been fleeced like the S&P do to everyone. Rangers are skinned, their players are too old. Ball forward here again for Celtic now as they look to try and create another chance. Ball back into the area, cleared away again there by Motherwell. So Riley hits the deck now. There you go. It's a worrying sight for Celtic fans. In a little bit of discomfort there as Goss brings him down. However, we'll just go to see how O'Reilly reacts from that one. Whether he's going to be coming off here. As I said, I don't think it's that bad. I think he just kind of got stood on his foot there and went down. It's just one of them ones that's instant pain. I don't think it's like anything serious though in terms of an actual injury. Yeah, he is back up to his feet as I suspected. Hearts coming in there. Halliday nearly scoring. My goodness me, Hearts could have taken the lead there. That added to Rangers' problems. Rangers now coming down that left-hand side. Cute. Likes the ads or something. How many ads does this video have? I don't know, man. How many times do you keep clicking on and off the stream? You might get ads pop up. Here's Tavernier. Ball down that left-hand side here again. Pushing forward. Here's Barisic. Barisic back into the area. Another opportunity now here for the Jazz. Still no real changes, though, so far. Ball into the area, and again, that's cleared away by Hearts. Comes back in there, and again, it's same old from Rangers. Been watching this side all season long, and no creative spark about them. Literally nothing there about them in terms of creativity. They literally could have kept playing this way for the whole game yesterday, on the weekend, whole game today, and they're not going to score a goal. I can see this one being 0-0 or 1-0 Hearts. Ball forward here again. Now back over to Fir Park. Celtic still pushing forward, still looking for that second goal. Here's a Tate. Now back over to Carter Vickers again. Vickers forward. Now here's a Tate. Down the left-hand side. Another opportunity here for Gogic. Gogic? What am I saying Gogic for? Moy. Why am I saying Gogic there? Motherwell winning the ball back down that left-hand side now. Ball into the area now. Looking to try and find a goal of their own. Ooh. There's no one. I think one of the Motherwell players, in fact, handballed it in the build-up there, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Closing in on 100 likes, guys. If you haven't already, please do smash the old like button. John Lundstrom is a concrete mixer without a bib and a hard hat. Plenty in Govan Hill. Gaza says Rangers are barking. If Hearts do not win this, I'll be shocked. So what's your answers then, Rangers fans? What's your answers? Rangers are barking, as everybody's saying. What's your answer? What's going to happen to this team? How do you get the best out of this Rangers side? As I said, if things still remain the same, Rangers will be 9 points behind Celtic by the end of full time. Celtic pretty much would have won the league, really. In fact, I would say I'd probably go and say to Celtic, that's the title over. And I think Celtic fans themselves would probably think that the title is over as well. Obviously, they wouldn't publicly voice it, but I think they'd be actually thinking inside them, they'd be like, actually, yeah, we've won this league now. The big man comes on. Barry Mackay's come on there. Oh, Tottenham Hotspur. Allergic to winning trophies. 2-0 down to bottom place Nottingham Forest. Cheers, John, for the update. Can't believe that. In fact, I can believe it. It's Tottenham. They don't win trophies. 2-0. That's mental. Allergic to trophies, aren't they? When they think they can probably win a trophy, they end up bottling it. Losing 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. Mental. I don't think they can be picky and choosy what trophies they win. And I'm Rangers due. Breaks my heart not being able to sack Gio because you have to pay him £3 million. It's only £3 million. It's not that much money. Jesus Christ. Robert says, put on the chess. It's more exciting than the Rangers games. Mate, I agree with you. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been watching the Rangers games and they've been utter boring. Honestly, snorefests. Ball comes forward here for Jota! And Celtic have bolstered their lead. And is it going to count? Is the flag gone up there? Yeah, I think the flag's gone up there on Jota. Not going to count there that time. Kyogo just played it forward. He is Joe. I don't know how VAR will see that one. Lovely little finish as well there, to be fair, by Jota. But as I say, VAR will have a little look at that one. VAR will have a little look at that one. For sure. Jota there just flicking it over. What a finish there by Jota. And what a ball picked out by Kyogo Furuhashi. You know, I think that's onside. I think that's onside there, actually. As I said, VAR will have its say in a moment. We'll soon find out what the verdict is there at Fir Park. Jota has scored. VAR's just checking it out. And as I said, I think it was onside. We'll find out in a minute whilst we're waiting for that one. Rangers also coming forward into the area. Here's another chance, and again headed away there by Hearts. Again, Cochrane clearing that one away. Oh, I don't think it does count. I think the referee's stuck with his decision. I think it doesn't count that for Celtic, actually. I was thinking it would have. Yeah, I don't think it's counting. I think it's staying ruled out. It was very, very tight, though, nonetheless. I'll give you that one. Very, very, very tight. Lundstrom is a cart horse. You can't get the best out of them since they are done now. Too old, most of them. Need at least 10 new players. And I mean, all of which starters or genuine competition for a competition for the first 11. Yeah, well, 1,000%. I agree with that point there for sure, you know? Yeah, mental. I think that if Rangers can't scrape out a draw tonight, that they will all be wrapped up the title in thistle paper and gifted it to Celtic. Where's the passion, desire, and fight? Mate, I've been watching this team now since the start of this season, and there is no passion, fight, or desire. This team is probably the worst. Oh, actually, see, I know there's been injuries, but I didn't realise how bad this Rangers team were until the Champions League kicked off, until the Ajax game. If I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I just can't get over how bad they are. I can't get over looking at AFC Porto lineup back in 2019, that most of those players are still playing today. How Scott Arfield still plays. How Steve Davis still plays. How Alan McGregor still plays. How Borna Barisic still plays. How Morelos, chubby. Mental. I just can't get over it. Rangers need a rebuild, and it needs to start in January, and it needs to start this evening from the manager, but it won't happen. Rangers were bad even under Gerrard. Yep, I agree. Gerrard, I don't agree is the answer either. I'm not saying he is the answer. I'd say a new manager's the answer. Oh, you never go back. Is Rabbi again? Still half an hour left to play in both of these games. Rangers still got time to win their game. However, it just doesn't look like it. It just doesn't look like they've created anything at home. Literally, it feels like nothing's been created in this game whatsoever. Anyway, a bit off subject, guys. We are closing in on the 100 like marks. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button. And as I say, subscribe to the channel. Yes, there's only 2 more Scottish football games left. We will be covering the friendlies throughout December. We'll be doing some World Cup games as well. So, yeah, I'll be doing enough to keep you guys entertained, I suppose. I mean, I'm trying to be entertained. It's so hard when watching Rangers play. They're freaking boring. The way that they play usually sends me to sleep. So, yeah, hopefully the World Cup's going to be pretty entertaining. I'm hoping for a Messi masterclass. Maybe Messi can win the World Cup. But yeah, I'll go on to the World Cup predictions and stuff like that. And I might even get like a sweepstakes going on between me and the subscribers. If you guys are interested in that, I might put up a community post after this. We'll do a little sweepstake or something. I don't know, a £5 each, and then I'll put it into a pot, and then whoever wins the lot. Could be a nice little Christmas bonus for somebody. That'd be quite good. Well, I'll see about that one. We'll see if someone wants to do a sweepstake or not. We'll draw that one out. Wright's come on now for Rangers to rescue the day. Celtic also making substitution. Haspavanovic coming on. Scored 2 at the weekend. Flag is up there. Surely it's time. Junanovic going down. That's a worrying sight, considering he's just been called up to the World Cup today, along with Borna Barisic. Antonio Colak, though, did not receive a call-up. Oh, but it's going to be all right now. He just got a sort of arm to the Adam's apple. Should be good. Gio so soft. Morelos sends him out to the drive-through from McDonald's. not a long shot. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in a job? Dan, if Rangers B team played in the league, they would be 4 points above Rangers. Craig says, what the F has happened? I have no idea, mate. I don't even know what's happened, to be fair. But it's almost come to the point where it's just depressing watching this team nowadays. They've just fell down so much. You think about the highs that this team gave everybody last year in terms of the Europa League run and stuff like that. And you think 6 months later, where Rangers are now, it's just night and day. A penalty kick away from winning the Europa League. People forget about that, you know what I mean? A penalty kick. Penalties is an unjust way of deciding a football game. It's always cruel if you're going to lose that one, right? And you look at the teams that Rangers beat last year and how they've kicked on. RB Leipzig in the last 16 of the Champions League. Frankfurt, who they competed with in the final for 120 minutes in the last 16 of the Champions League. Borussia Dortmund, who they beat comfortably over 2 legs in the last 16 of the Champions League. So there's 3 teams there that Rangers beat last season that are competing in the last 16 in the Champions League this season. And Rangers set a record for being the worst team ever. The worst team ever in the Champions League. And then, on top of that, also horrendous domestically. It's a hard one to look at, really, isn't it? Here comes Tavernier down that right-hand side now here for Rangers again. Ball forward. And now here comes Malik Tillman. Tillman now with an opportunity. Ball into the area. And again, that's cleared away there by Hearts. Back forward again. King. Yeah, mate, to be fair, Hearts haven't created anything, to be fair, Dr. Nax, if I'm being honest with you, mate. Yeah, he hasn't created anything either. None of them have created anything. Here's Ryan Kent down that left-hand side. Kent there with a bit of skill. Here's another opportunity now here for the Jazz. Into the area. Oh, Rangers are taking the lead, finally. It's Malik Tillman, and maybe how big... how big a goal will that be in terms of Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's future? Rangers 1, Hearts 0. Malik Tillman, the man who scores the goal. Rangers have taken the lead. 1-0 to the Jazz, and it is Tillman. There you go, Tillman with a finish. Six likes away for the big 100 mark, guys. Keep hitting that like button. Anyway, Motherwell now with a corner kick for themselves. Now here they come again, Motherwell left. Putting a ball down then to that left-hand side. Ball's going to be sent in. How they respond to this one? Alfredo Morelos is coming on at Ibrox for the final part. Kyogo heads it away. I think Motherwell down that left-hand side again. Kyogo there to do some defensive work. Kolak comes off for Morelos, and now Hearts are going to be forced to come out forward and try and create something for themselves. Tillman, the goal scorer. Celtic also making a double change. Yakimaka and Turnbull going to be coming on for the final 20 minutes. Celtic just 1-0 up in this game so far. Kyogo Furuhashi goal being the difference at Fir Park. Motherwell to equalise, says Ronald Smith. They can't afford to sack Gio, says Jim. The goal that keeps Gio in a job, is that a good thing? Well, the thing is, you know, you're stuck between you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, you want your team to win, Rangers fans, of course, but you want to change as well. Is it only a matter of time until the next slip-up happens? So do you want Rangers to get the sacking over and done with, have a fresh start going into the second half of the season? Or Gio, makes a response back in the next 2 games, and then he's the manager to go forward for the final part of the season. I mean, it depends on what you want, but every fan wants your team to win no matter what. You don't want someone getting sacked. And I mean, the season certainly would be over if Rangers were to lose this game. Joe Hart is going to get chipped in a big game this season, says Gary O'Connor. Gio survives unless Hart score a few. Ball down that right-hand side now here for Hearts as they look to try and find a response. Ball forward there again, and that's cleared it away. Celtic have not won a game in Europe for 2 years. That must be the worst of any Rangers losses, says Ronald Smith. Hearts now win themselves another corner kick here. Chance for them to stick a ball back into the area. And this is where Rangers have been vulnerable under Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's tenure. In terms of just defending set pieces, has always been a bit of a nightmare. Ball goes into the area. Cleared away there by Hearts. Comes back out by Rangers. Now comes back out for Hearts again. And that's going to go out for another corner kick by the looks of things. Celtic have not won a game in... Hi, good to see I know it cost too much to let him go. I mean, someone quoted 3 million earlier. I don't know if that's completely true. But, the thing is right now, the thing is I'm looking at Giovanni Van Bronckhorst now is you're thinking, yeah, you do want the results to keep on coming. But, in terms of the good results, but I kind of know now in your heart of hearts that he's not the man to take Rangers forward. Just the style of play, super boring. There's no plan B. It's the same sort of crap every single week. Regardless of there being a fully fit 11. It's a bit of a snore fest. The team are unfit. I think what happened last year was like a miracle in terms of, not a miracle, but a perfect timing. So it was Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's tactics, which I thought he was quite a good tactician, actually, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. And I was full of high praise for him, especially in Europe last season. And then a mixture of Gerrard's fitness. That team, whatever you say about Gerrard's team, were always the fittest team in the league, I think. Always ran the most. They're just generally the fittest team. And I think that mix between Gerrard's fitness embedded into the players, Gio's tactics at the right time, led Rangers to the Europa League final. And I think... that's what worked. This team now, this season, are just so unfit. They're probably the unfittest side within the division. So yeah, it's night and day there. That needs to be improved in December. They need to get running again, not just ball work. I'm all for doing running, spending a week doing running, get your fitness levels up. Here's Ryan Kent again, ball into the area again. That's a chance there for Morelos, and that would have really nearly secured the 3 points there for the Jazz. And again, that just goes across the face of goal. Let's have a look at the scores on the doors throughout the EFL Cup for those of you that are following it. Newcastle 0-0 with Crystal Palace. 2-0 up Nottingham Forest, but they are down to 10 men against Spurs. Ward-Prowse and Josh Windass scoring in Southampton 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. West Ham 1-1 with Blackburn. Arsenal currently losing 3-1 to Brighton. There you go. Didn't expect that one to happen from Arsenal. Although they do have a fairly watered down team, if you like. Wolves 0, Leeds 0, Liverpool 0, Derby County 0, and then City 2, Chelsea 0. So, yeah, starting to take shape, the League Cup. SL17 says, Mad Dan, Gerrard's team were fittest for the pandemic season. No, I would still say last year, mate, if you're being perfectly honest there, SL17. If you think back to, right, so Rangers played 120 minutes against Braga of extra time in the quarterfinals of the Europa League, right? 3 days later, they then took on Celtic, a very, very good Celtic side, may I add, in the Scottish Cup semi-final. Went to extra time, and it looked like Celtic were the side that had played extra time on the Thursday. Rangers ran Celtic ragged in that game in terms of fitness. So that was the difference, I think, last year. That Rangers team were really, really fit. They played 120 minutes in the Europa League final, took that to penalties, and then come back 3 days later and won the Scottish Cup in extra time after 120 minutes. So I don't think it's chat and pish. I think it was clear by the evidence that Rangers were probably the fittest side last season within the Scottish Premiership out of all the sides. And I think Celtic fans would admit that, especially after that Scottish Cup semi-final. You were thinking maybe, wow, what they are looking truly fit. They just played 120 minutes on the Thursday and now, you know, running us ragged here in the semi-finals of the Scottish Cup. So in extra time. So it was always it's always an interesting thing there. But this team now are just so unfit. They just don't. I don't know what they were doing. We kind of got an insight to it from a Rangers point of view, if you like, when John Lundstrom came out and spoke and said that there was a lot more ball work this time around in a Geo pre-season, not as much running. They were kind of left to their own devices to do it. Yeah, leaving players at their own devices to do it. You end up with the likes of Alfredo Morelos rocking up like he's, you know, scoffed a few Big Macs. I'll show you a weird picture of Alfredo Morelos, right? And this is Alfredo Morelos back in 2017. Look how young, hungry he is back then. I'll show you a picture. I'll get one up. In fact, I won't even go that far back. And it just goes to show how fit this Rangers side were. Hold up, so I'll save this image. 2 seconds, troops. M1. I'm just getting the image up now. 2 seconds. Hearts now looking for a response as well. Celtic doing some defending as Motherwell coming forward themselves. Motherwell down that left-hand side, by the way. Celtic haven't wrapped up all 3 points just yet. Motherwell still probing, trying to create something. Motherwell with a chance. Oh, my goodness me. That was a really, really close chance there from the away side. Yeah, anyway, so here we go. Here's a picture of Alfredo to put some context into the situation of just how unfit this side look now with Rangers in terms of not just Alfredo. I'll use Alfredo as a little case study here. But look how skinny he looks here. In a good way. He looks fit, like a player that's, you know, at the top. Look at him on the pitch now. He's chubby as anything. And that's the difference. I think fitness is a massive, massive difference. So if Giovanni Van Bronckhorst is going to be staying in a job, which it does look like he is going to be, they need to be literally smashing that fitness out in Dubai. I want to see, them getting absolutely ran ragged on the up and down the park. And I want it being live streamed as well, so I can monitor it and make sure it's happening. Rangers lost pace and power. Bassey, Patterson and Aribo never replaced that in that team. Injuries to Hadji, Roof, Verlander, Goldson, Jack and Suter have not helped. But those people that you're talking about, Cliff, in terms of the injuries you're talking about there, who's actually going to be starting out of those players? Roof was never going to start. Halander's been injured for about 2-3 years. There's always been problems. There's always been situations to have helped there. Yes, Goldson would have come into the team. Suter, Rangers knew... Rangers knew what they were getting with Suter. Everyone knew about his injury problems. That's why nobody touched him. But Rangers wanted him. They couldn't help themselves. Plays one game and he's injured. As simple as that. Hadji, yes, probably could have come in. But Hadji's one of those players that I think a lot of Rangers fans have a bit distant memories. Yes, he's a good player. Yes, he's all right. But he's very inconsistent. I was almost very frustrated with Hadji all the time. He's like... yeah, he's one of them players that he's been playing for a year. But I remember at the time he's like, actually, does this guy actually create? He's okay, but he's one of them players that I think's overhyped. And yeah, it was one of them situations with Hadji. I do rate him. I think he's all right, but I think his absence is making people think about him more. But actually, in the games, yes, he did offer a bit of a creative spark, but did he actually really do it every game? I mean, if you're being honest, I don't think he actually did, to be honest with you. It was one of them players where I was actually thinking to myself, I don't know, maybe I've got it wrong, but I don't remember him being, that prolific and that involved in the creative department, Hadji. I always felt like he went missing at some points. A free player, Rangers are like a fat kid in a sweet shop. No, a free Scottish player, they're like that. Man, they couldn't believe their luck when they landed Suter there. I knew that how Suter was going to land. I knew that was going to be the thing. Anyway, Celtic still looking to try and secure all 3 points in this game. As I say, still in the lead, 1-0 up. However, haven't secured all 3 points just yet. Remember, there was a late goal against Dundee United at the weekend. Many thought that maybe there was an equaliser, but Celtic's resilience and went again and managed to score another goal. But they'll be hoping that they don't have to quite have a bit of a nippy bum time game like that last week. And they'll be looking to try and secure this game and wrap this game up with a second goal within the next 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes at Ibrox as well. No, so if he's not fit, then the pathetic video of training Rangers released where he hides and holds back to avoid the small amount of running they actually do. Should have sold Kent and kept Bassey. Dan, as I said, he'll climb up beach like did years back is what I needed. Mate, yeah. Hopefully they live stream the fitness as well. It'll be good. I can't remember the last time Rangers didn't miss an open goal. I think it's a team. The team are lacking confidence. There's no way going about it, to be perfectly honest with you. Celtic coming down that left-hand side now here again. Another opportunity for them. Ball cleared away there by Motherwell. Goes out for another throw. Comes back to Celtic again. Celtic now with another opportunity down that left-hand side and just allowed to go back out of play. Rangers now coming in with Morelos. Oh my goodness me, what happened there? Smith going up the other end there for Hearts. Hearts, as I say, sensing that they could maybe get a equaliser here at Ibrox. Full packed away end there from the Hearts supporters. Dealt with perfectly. And Celtic has scored the second goal. And that's it, game wrapped up at Fir Park. Celtic, with Dazen Maida, have secured all 3 points and will remain, as things stand at the moment, 7 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership. Game is done and dusted at Fir Park. Celtic 2-0 up. As I say, Dazen Maida, the man who scores the goal. Motherwell, their own worst enemy in that situation, giving the ball away that led to the goal away from their own throw-in. We'd like to see Michael Beale with Kevin Thompson as his assistant manager at Rangers. 2-1 to St Mirren, says John Mitchell. There you go. I wouldn't know who'd come in at Rangers. There's a lot of people talking about Maida. Oh, this is another one quickly for the Celtic fans down the live chat. I wanted to get your thoughts on Kyogo Furuhashi and Rio Tate not getting called up to the Japan World Cup squad. What do you think with regards to that? Dazen Maida, surprisingly. I didn't... Oh, 2-1. Motherwell with a great finish. Are we in for some late drama here at Fir Park? 2-1. Tierney scoring there. What a finish that was, by the way. As you said, 3 points wrapped up. It might not be just yet. Fantastic little finish there by Tierney. He's kept on side. Oh, that was a really good finish. It's whether they deem it offside or not. But yeah, Motherwell have got one back. 2-6. Where's the other... Score? Where am I finding the score thing? I can't find. Ah. I think VAR is just checking it, to be fair. As I said, whilst we wait for the VAR sort of decision, I wanted to take some thoughts of Celtic fans on Dazen Maida being the man that gets called up, but Kyogo Furuhashi and Rio Tate not getting the call up. But I just wanted to know your thoughts on that one. Do you agree with it? Do you think they were unfortunate that they didn't get called up? Kyogo, I'm very surprised by him. Rio Tate, I'm fairly surprised by as well, to be fair. More so Kyogo, the amount of goals he's scored so far. Interesting one. But yeah, 2-1 at Fir Park, guys. That goal does count. Tierney's goal with great finish. And we could be in for a bit of squeaky bum time if you're a Celtic fan for the final couple of minutes. Skull and Bone says, good, I would rather them lads got a break. SL17 says, great, they didn't get called up. Tate and Kyogo win the league. Merchant says, Hearts are laying down for Rangers. Alan McGregor out from the back now here for Rangers. Oh, Motherwell just pulling down. Celtic now back into the area. Celtic looking to finish this game off again. Here's Kamara. Here's Morelos. Oh, Morelos now with an opportunity. And that goes wide of the post. That was close there from Rangers. So Rangers fans probably hoping that Motherwell could sneak one back in and see out their game here. Celtic fans hoping that Hearts could probably get one back. Get an equaliser. To be fair, one of the last games at Ibrox between these two, Hearts and Rangers. One of the last games with Steven Gerrard ended 2-2, I think. Hearts got a late minute equaliser. Halkett on the day, actually, I remember. Oh, Rangers do some defending. Kamara clears it away. Kamara running down that left-hand side. Rangers now coming forward here with Morelos. Japanese manager says going for youth over experience. Yeah, I did realise that, actually, in terms of... I've always felt that... I always keep thinking that Kyogo's pretty young, but he's, what, 26, 27, isn't he? Mental. Ball over the top. Rangers just clearing that one away again. Motherwell also coming forward. Now here come Hearts now with an opportunity. Hearts down that left-hand side. Rangers need to clear it away. They do just about. And that's going to go out for a corner kick. Falconhoof says begging on other team for favours. Not a good look, says Falconhoof. Gio needs to get more out of Kamara and get Alfredo fit, FFS. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with Alfredo, man. He looks like he's going to be going for free at the moment, doesn't he? That Rangers, that's another thing Rangers need to sort out, is their business there as well. In terms of allowing big, valuable players that once demanded a lot of money run down their contract. Ryan Kent, £7 million. I mean, I wouldn't pay £7 million for Ryan Kent, but the fact that he's going to be allowed to go out for free is ludicrous. The Morelos, I mean, Morelos was bought for £1 million, but there was a time I think there was a £15 million bid for him, as in 15. But yeah, that was a crazy one. Game's pretty much over at Fir Park. Guys, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button and subscribe. As I say, we're nearly at the end of these games now. And there's one last games to be played this weekend. Doubleheader on Saturday before we break for the World Cup. But we will be keeping you up to date with news throughout the World Cup, the friendlies and all the rest of it. So as I said, don't go anywhere. Celtic very, very close to securing the 3 points. All forward there by Celtic, headed away there by Motherwell again. Celtic going forward here with another chance, but again cleared away there by Motherwell. 3-minute stoppage time added on at Ibrox. And that's another ball coming in from Celtic, gets cleared away. Yes, Cliff, I am a bit sick, man. I've got the flu. Oh, I've got a cough and a bit of thing. Nothing that a bit of Vicks can't do. Cliff says, need to sign Craig midfielder in January, proper right-sided winger, and a number one goalkeeper with any chance of winning the league after the World Cup. Does anyone give Rangers a chance of winning the league after the World Cup? Is anyone optimistic? Let me know down there in the live chat. Is anyone optimistic down there in the live chat? Can Rangers still win the league? Or is Celtic pretty much all but confirmed it already? Celtic, yeah, with another corner, as I say, just got to see the timeout. They're pretty much there in terms of have got the victory. Rangers quite close as well. Hearts maybe have one last chance, but it would be a big win. It's a scrappy win for Rangers, but it would be a big win if they manage to hold on to it. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst will keep him in a job certainly for the next, till the weekend at least anyway. I think that's it for Celtic in terms of the full-time whistle. Celtic done and dusted. There's only a minute left to play at Tynecastle at Ibrox. Hearts coming forward again now here with another chance. Cleared away there by Rangers. Yes, I've got it, Cliff, mate. Yeah, Celtic full-time. Celtic win that game 2-1 and do secure all 3 points. As I say, 7 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership table, but it is still being played at Ibrox. There's only 10 seconds left remaining of the 90. Rangers so close to getting all 3 points and do have themselves a throw-in. And this would feel like a massive win for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. A potential stumbling block And the whistle's gone here as well. Rangers get all 3 points and keep the gap to 7. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Scottish football content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.